Hi, welcome to Broken Bushcraft. I'm Adam, and today we're going to talk about the practical uses of drinking alcohol. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Also, hit that little bell below so you get notifications of any future videos. I also want to thank my friends over at Busted Knuckle Tactical. I got this shirt from them. They're currently offering a deal for the first 5 users who use the code CHIPS, that's CHIPPS, the number 10. So CHIPS 10, you're gonna give you 10% off your total order. And then also if you're law enforcement or military, they got some discounts for you too. So I'm gonna put their information in the comment box below. Go ahead, give them a like, follow, and share. So drinking alcohol, what are some of the actual practical uses besides just getting drunk? I know some of you are not drinkers, and that's fine. This still applies to you as well. I typically carry a flask with me whenever I go out in the field. It's small, it weighs almost nothing, it's durable, but there's a few things in this flask. I mean, this bourbon, but there's uses in this flask. So the first one is, it's kind of buggy out right now. The mosquitoes are eating me alive. It's a bug repellent. So if you take a cloth and you saturate cloth with it and you rub it on your exposed skin, then it'll act as a bug repellent for about 30 to 40 minutes, give or take. Something with the alcohol, also you want to make sure the content is above 70%. That's for some of the uses here in a minute. So you smell like a distiller, you smell like a bottle of bourbon, but you're not getting eaten alive. And I kind of prefer that over getting eaten alive. Another application is fire. Now with alcohol, if you pour this directly onto your tinder bundle, the alcohol is going to burn off and you're going to be left with water. But if you pour it on a cloth, I'm going to cap this so I don't spill it, because guess how many times I've spilled this already? My backyard smells like a bottle of bourbon from this. So it's on there, it's going to burn really quick. Light it up, and it's like a sterno, where it's it burns really hot and really quick. So you want to get that next to your tinder bundle and then slip it in there, and it'll go right into your fire. That way you're ready to go. The alcohol burns off fast, so make sure this is a process you're prepared for. Another use is it can clean wounds. If you have a wound, an open wound, you're out there, a small wound can become a big issue out in the field. So you can use alcohol to disinfect a wound, keep it clean, use it on a sterile pad, or pour it on there directly and wipe it, and it'll clean that wound out. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna burn, but at least it'll be clean. You're not gonna get an infection right now. Another thing you can use it for is sterilize your gear and equipment. So if you, say you have a stick embedded into you, or a splinter that you really gotta get out, you can take alcohol, put it on a cloth. And the reason I'm pouring it on a cloth and not pouring it directly on a piece of equipment is because I want to make sure that I'm going to touch every piece of the knife. So you're going to disinfect it and then use it. Don't sterilize it and then put it away to use later on. It's not sterile now, it's back in its, so sterilize it, and then if you have to lance something, you can do that, and then it's a sterile object. That also works for your gear and equipment too. So say if you get blood on yourself, you can use the cloth with alcohol and wipe it on there, and it'll get the blood out, so it'll sterilize that as well. So you can use it on cloth gear as well as metal equipment. Another use for it is pain relief. If you have a pulled muscle, sore muscle, you have a cramp, then I got bit by a good mosquito on my ankle, so no matter how much alcohol I pour on there, it's not going to help. But if you have an ache or a pain, you can take a shot of alcohol, and it can dull that pain a little bit. Now, it's not going to be the same as an ibuprofen or naproxen or acetaminophen or anything like that, but it will take the edge off. So you can take a little bit, and it'll help you with that. Also, with drinking it, if you're not able to sleep, it's a good sleep aid. Take a shot or two before bed, and then hopefully it'll put you out. Get a little nightcap for you. But remember, no matter how much alcohol, how much water is in alcohol, this is not hydrating. I know a lot of my young Marines would argue that, and me, even as a young Marine, would argue that when I was drinking alcohol, I was hydrating. But this is not hydrating. You can only survive 3 days without water. So if you're pushing this in your system, you're dehydrating yourself. If you're gonna consume alcohol, you better consume, twice as much water. So that's something you have to have as well. So make sure you have your water source established. And this may be one of the things to help you with that, because it got your fire going. It should go without saying, you need to be 21 before you consume any alcohol. So, I'm just putting that out there. And the last thing is, say the world goes to crap, kind of end of the world type situation. You can also use it as a Molotov cocktail, and I'm not going to tell you how to do that. You can look that up on your own. Also, don't do that. Or trade and barter. So you can use alcohol to trade for food or for water or for ammunition or whatever it is. So alcohol has its purposes in a survival, bug out, end of the world type situation. So it's just not for drinking. You can use it for a couple other purposes. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you in the woods.